Vijandelijke vloot in zicht!
Now this is the battle that we've been waiting for. We should have lots of new troops in here. I'll just hover over them as I go along there, and you can see what these troops are by just slowing it down afterwards. Some of these will be, I expect, the new elite units of the East. I don't expect my cavalry are going to be decent enough to be able to cope with a lot of these cavalry that are going to be coming on here as reinforcements. So, look at all this lot here. What are they, by the way? Cadet infantry, 2nd Auto. Line infantry though, 7048, 139, but I don't remember them, but you know, from before the elite units of the East, so maybe they're part of the new ones, I really don't know. Anyway, let's see how the battle goes. It's not in our favour, I'm afraid. Not surprising, really. Let's see how our westernised troops will be able to cope against these wonderful Easterners. Yeah? Okay, here's the battle set up. I hope to keep this battle to 20 minutes. You can see here VOCs all the way in the front there. You can see my lights, a couple of units of those shoved out way in front. You could see companies of foot behind, columns of them really, in melee mode only, to be able to jump in at any point where they might be needed, either in the centre or on the flanks, because we're lacking cavalry of course. You can see that I've got the mortars more in the centre, I've got the howitzers off to the edge, so they can be a little bit more flexible on the sides there, and the howitzers they can limber of course. The horse I will move out. I've just sort of shoved them in because we're right against the back line here. You can hardly see it. I've brightened up the battlefield so it looks a bit easier to look at basically. See if I can take the end deployment off here, and then we'll have a look and see what the enemy's got. It's the second time fighting this battle, that's why I'm so keen on keeping it down to 20 minutes. It's very rare that I fight a battle more than once. Unfortunately on this occasion I'm having to do so because I forgot to record properly the first time round, which is really stupid. I did part of it, but then I wanted to press the record again after I'd demonstrated something or whatever, and of course it didn't record, so I didn't get any of the results or anything. The results of that original battle were 900 dead on my part and 2,000 dead on his part, or thereabouts anyway. See now if we can improve that. What I did manage to do though the first time round was to have a good look at his troops so that you could see some of these new troops. These are the old camel nomads, so we know about those anyway, we've seen those. I think these are new ones, these are Mamelukes, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure how good they are either. Some of his horse surprised me when I fought this battle the first time round, they really did, especially in terms of melee quality, certainly with a lot of his cavalry. I'll look down here and see what we've got here. What are these? Tartars. They're quick and they've got bows, I noticed last time, and they seem to be able to fire those bows while moving as well. So look over here, what are these? Hope you can hear me okay. These are Sipais, they're quite heavy cavalry, they'll sort out anything that I've got. So right, okay, so our artillery should at the moment be firing away. Yep, these won't quite be in range now. I've made it quite bright, you know, to reflect all the sunshine, or to show the sunshine that would have been there in this part of the world. So it's hard to see the actual distances of the guns firing. I've basically increased the brightness and gamma. I don't like it dark anyway. Okay, so at the moment he's just forming up, a big clump in the middle. I say it's the second time I fought it, it certainly is, and what he did last time was he got everything together in the middle here after softening me up with some pretty heavy cavalry they hit me in the flanks with, and he went for the centre and broke through the centre in fact, and I had to bring everything round into the centre in order to save the game, because he really was quite superior to me, there's no doubt about it. So I only just pulled the iron out the fire on that one really, but anyway, still ended up with a good result, 900 against 2,000. So now these guys have stakes, so I'll place the stakes. Once they're placed, that's it, you're stuck with them. You can't pick them up and move them again. So here they come. Who are these? Sipais. These are those heavy cavalry that I was telling you about before. Like I say, they do smash into you and make some damage, create some damage. I'm not sure if he's going to do that this time. Let's have a look. Yeah, this sort of brightness blocks out a lot of the grass things, doesn't it? But it lightens up the troops a bit as well. Yeah, so you can see them nicely. Ah, looks like looks like that was just a feint, doesn't it? Quite a few camels lying dead here. There should be about 5 of them, I would have thought. Because they've gone down from 45 down to 40. Probably can't hear me with all that noise going on there. If I go in close and you can't hear me, then I do apologise for that, but it is nice to hear the sounds of the battle. I think you've got the general idea of what's going on anyway, so I can't see any point in having to talk through the whole thing really. Let's see if I can remember to make sure that I press the record button this time, so I don't have to do the whole thing again. Anyway, we should be causing a bit of damage there now, amongst all this conglomeration of troops. 119 out of 120, 119 there. Okay, we're not taking too many of them out, but we've taken 1 or 2, that's the main thing. We've taken some casualties on the way in. These guys here, 58 out of 60, these are the hand mortar people. They're horrible. They stand at further distance away than the grenadiers would and hit you with what seem to be like grenades. There they go. Good look at those. I think we had those before, to be honest, the hand mortars. I'm sure I had hand mortars when I was fighting as the Marathas as well. I've certainly had them as something anyway before now, before the elite units of the East came into being. Well, he seems to be sort of going over to this flank this time, doesn't he? Over to the left. There's been no softening up with the cavalry this time, and unusually as well, he doesn't seem to have sent any cavalry around the flank. Normally, you know, in nearly all of these battles where you've got artillery, he'll send troops around to the flank, way off to the edge of the battlefield, so you just forget about them. And then when your eye is elsewhere and you're in the thick of the battle, suddenly they'll come charging in and you'll find that your mortars and your howitzers are under attack. So he doesn't seem to be doing that at the moment, but mind you, there's somebody running over to the side there. They're those Tartars, aren't they? You never know. It's almost like he knows who you're looking at, basically. Well, I'm sure he does, really, to be honest. So if your eye gets taken off something, he thinks, right, okay, that's my opportunity to get round him. I can hit him from 2 sides because he's only watching one of those sides. That'll be the thing. Now then, so at the moment everything seems clumped together. Remember, he's got lots and lots of reinforcements that are due to come on in the battle as well. The other thing I should say is that in the middle here I've put my better quality troops, just highlight that. You see there the 3 chevron troops, and I've made sure that instead of putting them in the formation they normally come in, the rank and file they normally come in, I've chosen my own. So mine are 4 deep instead of just 3 deep. So it's given me a little bit more depth in the formation, because like I say, I'm fighting this battle with the benefit of hindsight. I know what happened last time, and a thin formation here is really going to become very exposed. In fact, in that former battle that I fought, there was lots and lots of walling. In fact, maybe that's it there. Oh no, that's just fencing. In the other one, yeah, the gamma is a bit too much, isn't it, really? But brightness and gamma. But in that former one, there was quite a lot of walling across the middle, and when you put your troops at walls, it gives them a defence from musketry fire and artillery fire, but it thins out your troops to only 2 ranks. And when he attacked me at the wall, he was attacking only 2 ranks, and that's what I think helped him punch through a hole in the wall. Now these at the back should be on melee only. Yes, they are. Yeah. So anything that attacks me in any one of these places here, I should be able to get in there and give them some assistance. Now these will get probably only 1 shot in before we move them out to the sides or to the back. You see those going around there? See where my attention is, can't he? Okay, might get another shot in with those lights. Let's see, where's he going over there? See those? Keep an eye on those. Nothing going out to the right. So at the moment it's just central stuff, so we seem to be doing okay there. We're down to 55 out of 60. He seemed to have stopped him, actually, which is very, very unusual that he's going to stop just because of light troops. No, he's coming on now, isn't he, I think? Yeah, he's coming on now. So let's get those light troops out of the way. Rush those back. I'm not sure what's happening here. Is he coming on here as well? Let's have a look around the side here and watch out for those, of course. Right, now these. Oh, we'll still get a few more shots in, I think, with those before we have to retire them. Who have we got here in front of them? Lots and lots of musketeers. They're pretty good as well, those musketeers. Maybe we should go into a skirmish mode as well.